Good evening and welcome to day 5 of the Nerd³ Awards 2025. Today we have got 2 Vampire Survivors but games. And I don't mean the games that came out of Vampire Survivors, but I mean the games that are basically Vampire Survivors but have a little twist to them. And those games are Megabonk and Ball X Pit. Now, Megabonk is almost literally just Vampire Survivors, but 3D. You have a shit ton of people coming at you, you battle them, you level up, you fight some stuff, you move on through levels. It's just Vampire Survivors with 3D. There's quite a few places where it tweaks the formula. Like, you can go through multiple layers and levels in one go, and there's big bosses you have to fight at the end, and they've got a counting down time limit instead of counting up. There's a few places they tweak it, but it understands what makes Vampire Survivors fun. It understands what makes Vampire Survivors the addictive, amazing video game that it is. And because it understands that, it is a very fun game to play. Because, admit it, who doesn't like mowing down like 20,000 enemies per round? That's just fun. Also, actually, I do kind of prefer its character design. I like that you can play as a skeleton who skateboards. I don't know why he skateboards, but I love him for skateboarding. I also like that they embrace that 3D level. You get things like jumps and double jumps and triple jumps and beyond that. I built a character in a live stream where, anyway, I think it was the skeleton, where he could jump so high he would damage himself if he fell. Like, I couldn't use his full jump ability because of fall damage. That's silly, that's fun, that is a fantastic variation on Vampire Survivors. The other game on this here battle, Ball X Pit. Now, Ball X Pit is it's kind of Vampire Survivors-y in that you are fighting hordes and hordes and hordes of enemies, but they're coming at you in a breakout style. And by that I mean like the old breakout game, you know, like the Pong, but you're battling the blocks instead of another person. And you have to battle your way through these mostly like statue-looking things and bounce balls, and you have different types of balls, and you level up your balls, and you can then fuse your balls together and make different balls, and those balls can fuse into different balls. And so while that's a game that gives you like 4 weapon slots, you're constantly fusing and making these stronger balls. It's like you're what's the best way of putting this? Imagine the hydraulic press channel of balls. What the fuck does that mean? But that's what it means. That's where it's synergies on top of synergies, and some balls just fuse, and some have proper synergies and they become something else. And as you sort of go through the game, you gain coins that you can then go back to your home base and spend developing and leveling up, and that's where your meta progression happens. Which is just it's a nice extra layer of just having the sort of the village that you're building up. But when to harvest stuff, you actually launch your little guy, and the little guy bounces around the the fields of the woods and stuff, and he's got a certain amount of time to harvest everything. So it's not just like it's another layer that's still built on the same game format. It's a bloody delight. It's a really delight. It's less like direct fun than Megabonk, I would say. It's a different take on fun. It's a more sort of old man spreadsheety fun, but not really. But it has that sort of, it's less direct to just like, shit the things, I'm gonna get that, whatever. You know, there's a bit more thought and a bit more care into preparing my balls that I have with Ball X Pit. So basically it comes down to, if you're a spry young person, Megabonk is probably the game that you would put forwards. And if you're a smelly old person, Ball X Pit is the game that you would probably put forward. So for me, Ball X Pit is gonna be going to the next round. Because I'm a smelly old man, and we all know that. See you tomorrow.